All right, so we are getting a little bit more challenging here. So we got a couple conversion factors in this one. We're asked to count how many RBCs, red blood cells, are in a liter of blood. All right, well, that's a reasonable thing you'd want to know, yes? So here's the path. We start with liters, and somehow we're going to get to the number of red blood cells, RBCs. Now, we don't have a conversion factor for that, but we are given cubic millimeters to that number there. So once we get cubic millimeters, we can take it to the number of red blood cells, and we're given liters. Now, this is the thing that we may not all be on the same page. There's many different ways to do this. Okay, so yay. All right. So the simplest way, all right, well, in any way we do it, we should start with the number given. The number in interest is 1.0 liters. That's the number given, and we're asked to find the number of red blood cells. So the simplest way to do this is if you remember the conversion factor that, well, liters got to go down there, that 1 liter, what is the simplest way? We got to turn this right into meters, cubic meters. So if you remember, all right, let me do this. If you remember that 1 liter is equal to a cubic decimeter, that might do it. Then we can cancel out the liters, and then we can take the cubic decimeters to cubic meters, and then we can take I know there's a faster way than this, cubic meters to cubic millimeters. All right, and these are going to be a kind of a pain in the butt because you're going to have to cube the whole conversion factor. And then we can take the cubic millimeters to red blood cells. Yeah, that was a short way. Huh, okay. If you didn't know this conversion factor, how would you do this? I guess you could have went, all right, so you may not know that, so this is definitely something you should know, is liters to milliliters. Yeah, we all know that. That's 1,000. Let me see if this is any faster. That cancels out. And then you know that milliliters is equal to cubic centimeters. That's just 1 to 1. Okay, that cancels out. All right, so now we're at cubic centimeters, and then, see, we don't have a conversion factor for cubic centimeters directly to cubic meters, millimeters. So we'll have to go back to the base. All right, and we can do that. That'll be kind of a pain in the butt, but we'll do that. And then cubic meters to cubic millimeters, and then another pain in the butt, and then finally cubic millimeters to RBC. All right, we're not doing that. That's just too long. All right, we'll do this top one, which is a little less longer. All right, so, but if you didn't know that, you would have to go this route. It would just take you one more conversion factor. Not too bad. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. I'm pausing it. I'm definitely getting my calculator out. Be right back. All right. Got my calculator ready. Let's resume. All right. So let's plug in these numbers. That's all we need to do. We already have it set up. All right. Plug in these numbers here. Okay. Let's do it. This is good. That's equal to each other. All right, now how is decimeters and meters? Well, decimeter is for every 1 decimeter is 0.1. See, I'm doing things all differently every time. Let me keep this the same. So there's 10 decimeters in a meter. Okay, that's the way I've been doing it. So I'm just going to go back that way. Now you're going to cube that entire conversion factor. All right, so we're going to cube the numerical and the thing, and when we do that, then the decimeters will cancel out, but I'm going to keep that there, so don't forget that later on. All right, so now let's do this one here, this next conversion factor. All right, how many millimeters are in a meter? 1,000. Okay, now again, we're going to have to, not just the unit, but we'll have to cube that whole conversion factor. Right. So now we can cancel this out, and we cubing ones is going to be 1 anyway, so we can get rid of that too. We can get rid of that. All right, now this is a conversion factor that's just given in our problem. So it tells us that 1.0, I think I'll put sig figs in there too. Okay. All right, but at least it's the same number of sig figs in the measurement. So we're good with 2. And the number of red blood cells is 7.0 times 10 to the 6. All right, and now this is going to cancel out. That's going to cancel out. Now let's just put that cube over here. All right, it's because we got to cube that, which cancels out with this, but we got to cube that too. All right, let's do the math. I'm going to show you how to punch this in here. All right, 1.0. We don't need to put that. I'm just going to go right across the top of my screen, which I can't see. All right, I'm going to go right across the top here. I'll do that first, which is just 1. I'm not going to type that. That's a 1. That's a 1. All right, I'll do that one. What's that? Come on, where's my cursor? Oh, I hate it when it does this. All right, here we go. 1,000 raised to, we're going to cube that. And let's just get that number, that's fine, times 7 times 10 to the, this calculators don't know sig figs, so there's no point in putting that 0. All right, to the 6. Okay, just press enter again, and then let me see, was there anything after that? No, I don't think so. Now we'll do the bottom. All right, these are all 1s. All right, there's a 10 to the 3, so divided by 10 cubed. Just gonna press enter again. All right, that's a 1. The rest are 1s. We're done. So there's our answer. All right, so our answer is 7 times 10 to the 12. That wasn't too bad. All right, now we need 2 sig figs. So 7.0 times 10 to the 12. Red blood cells is the unit. Now that makes sense. There's going to be a lot of cells in a very, even the smallest amount of human everyday quantity. Whew!